Hi, welcome to StartupGeist, your entrepreneur spirit. I believe that becoming a great entrepreneur is a journey from within. It's a personal growth journey that is never ending. That's why I think being an entrepreneur is a way of life where you never stop learning and growing on yourself, within your businesses, your relationships, your partnerships, your team members. It's just a fulfilling way to live your life, working on meaningful problems and solve them in a meaningful way. That's why I created StartupGeist, and I think it's for aspiring entrepreneurs and freelancers who share similar values that I just mentioned. And I hope we find a common ground to grow and learn and to make this world a better place. Because I'm looking for people who want to make a difference with their own life and help other people do a difference as well. So, what to expect? First of all, StartupGeist. Geist is a German word for spirit, and I see it as self-awareness, mindfulness, having a good life, a stable, good, balanced life. And startup for me stands for technology, start, getting out there, and singularity. And you might know singularity, it's the point where machines or artificial intelligence get smarter than human beings. It's expected to be in the next 40 to 50 years. And what it means for us, it's we have a massive opportunities as entrepreneurs in front of us where we leverage technology and the spirit and mindfulness to grow businesses in a really conscious way. And that's what I'm here for with StartupGeist. I want to set the bar high for myself, for you, and hopefully we achieve meaningful things together. So what to expect? I started off with a blog and I wrote about things like what is entrepreneurship, what is a startup, why do startups come up, because it's based on my own work and starting a startup myself and selling it later on. It was a B2B SaaS startup. And later on I discovered that there's so many more options to become an entrepreneur. It's not only startups. So that's why I wanted to raise the awareness of startups are great, but that's not the only way to become an entrepreneur. There's so many more ways. And that's why I started a podcast where I interview many entrepreneurs from different fields, coaches, freelancers. And at some point I thought, what can I do different than other podcasts? Most podcasts do a one-time interview and they're truly inspiring. And like, for example, Pat Flynn and Tim Ferriss, they focus on really qualitative, nice interviews where you get a lot of actionable things out of them. And I started this way. I tried to do interviews one time, and I felt like there's a disconnect between me, the interviewer, and the listener. So that's why I thought about what can I offer us in a different, unique way. And the current concept is that I document journeys of 5 to 7 entrepreneurs over time. I have them share their goals, and I check in with them monthly to see how they are doing. What did they achieve? Why didn't they achieve? To share their struggles and successes and challenges with us so that we can learn. And it just shows that entrepreneurs are not born. We are self-made. So that's why I want to document the journeys of entrepreneurs, which I then put into a free content studio where you can get access to free masterclasses on pitching, business development, customer development, how to find an idea, how to test an idea, and other skills like how to accelerate your learning. I think those are really important entrepreneurial skills that we need to look at and eventually learn to become better entrepreneurs. So it's the blog, the podcast, and eventually a content studio I want you to check out. And if you're a reader, check out the blog. If you're more like a listener and you want to listen to aspiring entrepreneurs, how they share their journey, what kind of struggles they have, just listen to the podcast and also look into the free content space. In the long run, I'm working on courses. So you might have checked out the Now page already, where I advocate getting things done philosophy. And I felt like there's another disconnect between what we want to achieve and how we get there. And most of us work their asses off. We put our bodies and souls at risk and sacrifice our health just to get where we want to go. And I discovered that if we are a little smarter and not just work harder, but we use a personal productivity system and philosophy that guides our actions and projects so that we can really follow through on anything we want to achieve personally and within a team, we can achieve outstanding results. And that's why I focus now my energy not only on the podcast and the blog, but building my first online course where I teach entrepreneurs and freelancers how to get things done. So I give you a quick setup on the getting things done philosophy in Evernote, Gmail, and other tools I recommend. It's just a few because I feel like we need just a few tools, but use them in the highest manner. And we don't need many apps and don't use them at all. So that's what I focus on. I provide templates, a setup you can quickly use to upload to Evernote and get going within 1 or 2 hours instead of days. And as soon as you're going to use a personal productivity system, you're going to be amazed how calm you're going to be. So that's what I experienced when I started using it like 2 or 3 years ago, and I developed it over the last years, and I coached it to other entrepreneurs in one-on-one coachings, or my work at Startup Bootcamp, an accelerator, or Beta House, another accelerator here in Berlin, where I taught them those principles and gave them the setup, and they made similar experiences to me. So we have peace of mind, a calmness. We know where everything is. We know where to store stuff. Whenever we have an idea, we know where to put it. So we never forget an idea anymore, and we never think about stuff anymore because we have written it down. And that's the beauty of getting things done philosophy. It's transforming stuff into actions. And entrepreneurs are all about actions. We want to achieve stuff. We are going after stuff. So that's why I focus my energy right now on building this personal productivity course that I think it's a critical skill for entrepreneurs and freelancers to master. And next to it, there will be, like, the second skill will be self-awareness, and the third is caring. So that's the key entrepreneurial skills: focus, self-awareness, and caring. I want to bring out there, and I want to raise the awareness around them to have more entrepreneurs follow them, because I truly feel that we're going to build meaningful businesses if we first work on ourselves, personally grow, become more focused, more self-aware, and caring for people, our customers, our team members. That's how I want to build a business, and that's how I want you to build your businesses. And I already feel like, we're going to have a fulfilling, healthy life. And that's what we are here for, right? We are putting ourselves out there. We try to unlock our true self. We find our inner voice. We share it with the world, and we serve others. That's the most beautiful, fulfilling thing there is. And that's how I feel about StartupGeist. I see myself as one example of a StartupGeist. There are so many more people out there who encompass the values of StartupGeist. I see it with every podcast interview I do. I see it with random people I run into in Berlin and Bali or Berkeley, where I live, because I'm a digital nomad, whatever this means. But for me right now, it means I have several bases. So that's a little bit about me, about StartupGeist, and I hope you find my work interesting, meaningful, and actionable. That's what I try to achieve with StartupGeist. And again, it's not about me. I'm just another example of a StartupGeist. And I want more people to unleash their StartupGeist and grow it, because I know that's where the beauty is. That's where the beauty of life is, where we have a healthy, balanced, entrepreneurial life. Welcome to StartupGeist. Check out the blog, check out the podcast, and eventually might even subscribe to the free content studio, where you get access to free masterclasses, and I even share stuff that I wouldn't share on the podcast, like answers from the serial entrepreneurs I interview, and I ask them, why are you an entrepreneur? With whom would you like to have dinner with, and why? What makes a good idea? What is hard work for you? What book influenced you the most? And lastly, I like this one a lot, is what business idea you wish someone would work on? Because this could be your potential business idea you're going to go after. So check out the StartupGeist Masterclasses. You find it in the navigation bar. Just click on Grow or type in startupgeist.com masterclass, and as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get instant free access. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking around. I'm really looking forward to help you unleash and grow your StartupGeist, and for StartupGeist to be a little part of your entrepreneurial journey. Just remember, you're not alone in this, and entrepreneurs are not born. We are self-made. Thanks for listening.